Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on, everybody? There we go. What is going on, everybody? This is Joseph Conlon here with the AEW Dynamite Review. It is Wednesday, September 1st, 2021. Tonight, we had the go home show for AEW All Out on Sunday, live on pay per view, shaping up to be a fantastic show. And with me, of course, tonight we got the Rampage crew here tonight. We got the Rampage crew. Cameron Johnson is on the show tonight because he's not going to be on the show this coming Friday. Cam, what is up? How are you? What did you think of this show? I thought tonight was a good show. Hot opener and a hot main event. And the stuff in the middle, outside of CM Punk and Jericho, I kind of thought was a little bit filler. But what did you think of the show nonetheless?
I'm doing good, Mister. I'm doing good, Brother Joseph and Brother Wesley. Hope y'all are doing good on this Wednesday night. I thought Dynamite was a good show. I thought Dynamite was a very good show. I thought this was an improvement over the last 2 weeks of Dynamite, and I thought this was an improvement over the last 2 weeks of Dynamite. Very good show tonight. Very good show tonight. And yeah, granted, the middle of the show kind of really wasn't there, but there's an expression. But you know, there's an old saying: "It's how you start and it's how you finish." I thought they started off hot with the opening tag match, and I thought they finished hot with that ending segment. So overall, very good show, improvement over the last 2 weeks, and we are now officially. We got one more stop before we hit all out.
Yes, sir. Wes, how are you, man?
Doing well, man. Much better show this week, if I do say so myself, man. September has arrived, and man, what a massive month this is going to be for All Elite Wrestling, man. We got All Out this upcoming Sunday, and then we got the Arthur Ashe show September 22nd. We got some big names probably coming in this month. We've heard some reports, we've heard rumors, and boys, we got some big names, possibly AEW this month alone. And it's going to be a big month for AEW and a big rest of the year as well. But a very good show tonight. Great final build for All Out this upcoming Sunday. All Out week officially started tonight with Dynamite, and then we got Rampage this upcoming Friday with a good-looking card there. And then, of course, Sunday, All Out in Chicago, sold-out crowd at the Now Arena. It is going to be a great time.
It's a big week, man. It's a big week for AEW. It's a big week here on the Big Fight Field channel as well because of AEW. And before we get into the review tonight, talking about Dynamite, we had some very unfortunate news that broke literally 10 minutes before the show via Tony Khan. He tweeted out that, unfortunately, with travel problems, Pac versus Andrade is not going to happen this coming Sunday at All Out, and it's going to happen on a future Rampage. And with that, we have the Women's Casino Battle Royal now on the main card, and we have a 10-man tag on the buy-in pre-show. And before we get to Cameron and Wesley, I just want to say that tomorrow's preview and predictions with Indigo Uchiha and Gamers Goon is already recorded, and we did talk about Pac and Andrade for a few good minutes. So I'm going to try to see if I can edit it out. If not, I'm very sorry. I will pin a comment at the top of the video, but just want to put that out there. This sucks. This is a bummer that this match can't happen at the pay-per-view because, quite frankly, you're looking up and down this list. You want a match that's going to be top in-ring work with two fantastic professional wrestlers. This might be your match. Just had a good possibility of being one of the top matches of the entire night with Pac and Andrade, and it kind of sucks we're not seeing it at the pay-per-view, man. I'm really bummed out about this one. Wes?
Yeah, literally right before Dynamite. And you know that those final 10 minutes of Dynamite gets you really pumped up. I mean, everybody in the community is getting online. They're like, yes, Dynamite's about to start. We got 10 more minutes. All of a sudden, Tony Khan hits us with a tweet. Pac versus Andrade is no longer happening at All Out. My heart sank. One of the probably was going to be a match of the night, quite possibly match of the night. and it's been postponed for a later date. I'm happy we're still going to get it for a later date. So it looks like it's going to happen on a future Rampage. But it really, really sucks. That was one of the matches I was most looking forward to this Sunday. And breaks my heart, man. Breaks my heart. But I'm happy we're still going to get it at least in the future. And then we got the women's battle royal, of course, moved to the main card, which is cool. I'm happy for the women. I feel like they deserve that spot anyway. Unfortunately, the match I wanted to get moved over to the buy-in didn't happen because now instead we got a 10-man tag, which another match I don't really care. It's going to be probably a match to get people excited. You got Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus out there. I mean, you got Best Friends. So it's going to be kind of an easy way to get the crowd excited for the main show. But still, I mean, 10-man tags I'm not a fan of. And also, I mean, it's between two, groups of people that, I don't get why they're really beefing. I don't really get what the end game of all of this is. We'll get into more of that once we get to Orange Cassidy and Jack Evans, of course, from tonight. But yeah, it is what it is. And at least on the positive, good for the women. I'm happy that they get a spot on the main card. So,
Cameron?
Well, this absolutely sucks. This absolutely sucks. I don't know about you guys, but it seems like every time Pac is in a big position, or it seems like every time he has a big match coming ahead of him, it always gets canceled. It always has to be postponed because of the fact that he has travel issues. It always feels like that to me, at least. It always feels like that to me, at least. So this absolutely sucks. This absolutely sucks. But there's really nothing AEW can do about it. Stuff like this happens. It sucks because I was really much looking forward to this match. I think this is going to be one of the best. I think this is going to be the show stealer of the night. But I am still glad that we're getting the match, and I'm curious. I am still glad that we're getting the match. But I hope Pac is okay. You hear about travel issues. You hear about travel issues and with stuff going on in the world right now. You obviously think about something else. So I hope Pac is okay. But I'm absolutely bummed that this match is not going to happen at all out. But at least we get this match later.
My question is, why would he leave to go back home to England 1 week before when he has a scheduled match at a pay-per-view in the United States? I just don't get that. Maybe he had to. I don't know. But if that was his decision to go back home and then come back before the pay-per-view, I don't really know if that's a great decision or not. But, who knows? We'll see what happens. But we are going to get this match on a future Rampage that Tony Khan said, so at least we're going to get the match sometime down the road. And before we get into the Dynamite review, two things. Number one, be sure to go check out Monday's Raw review, almost at 250 views here on the channel. And an announcement number two, as I tweeted it out yesterday afternoon, I think, I will be attending my second AEW Dynamite show coming up on Saturday night, October 23rd in Orlando, Florida. I'm very excited, man. AEW's coming to Orlando. I got myself a ticket, and it's going to be a great show. I can't wait. So I just wanted to promote that. And let's get into the Dynamite show. We opened up tonight with FTR versus Santana and Ortiz, who came out with the war paint. The last time they had that was Blood and Guts. I like when they bring out the war paint, Santana and Ortiz. It makes it feel like, they're bringing something out in them in a big match, and it's like their I guess it's like their version of when Finn Balor brings out the Demon. I guess you can compare it to that, but I like when they bring out the war paint. This match was awesome. This was an awesome match. Probably my match of the night. 15 minutes of tag team wrestling. You guys got to go check this out. If you have not, you got to go watch out. You got to go watch 15 minutes of great tag team wrestling between Santana and Ortiz. Cash Wheeler, he is a tough son of a gun, man. With the arm injury he had back at Fight for the Fallen, where Cameron was at, he had blood gushing out of his arm, and it was absolutely terrifying to see. So to see him in there taking bumps and high spots and all that stuff, got to give it to him. Santana and Ortiz picked up the win, which was the right thing, absolutely. And they got a lot of momentum for themselves, man. And I think those tag team titles are theirs in 3 weeks. I really do. And I think that's the way to go. And I talked about that in my preview prediction show for All Out, which will be out tomorrow. But let's hear from you guys about the opening match, as it's absolutely pouring rain out here. Cameron Johnson, you are first, my friend.
Before that, I just want to say it's funny I was pouring rain down here in New York because it's pouring rain down here in NC because it's pouring rain down here in NC too. But I thought this is a very good open. I thought this is a very good opener. You know, I was there live for their first match at Fight for the Fallen. I will plug that. I will plug that I was there until the end of time. That show was awesome. I was there live for their first match, and it absolutely sucked that we did not get a finish because of the Cash Wheeler arm injury. Cash Wheeler is a tough son of a gun. I will say that. But I thought this is a very good. I thought this is a very good match here. Very good way to open up Dynamite here. A very good way to open up Dynamite here. And you said Santana Ortiz might have some tag team title gold in their future. I'm in agreement with you, man. I don't know how they do. I don't know if they beat the Bucks or the Lucha Bros, but either way, we got some. But either way, I think they got some tag team titles in their future in about 3 weeks. How about you, Russ?
Yeah, I have to agree with both of you. It seems like the more we see it, it's looking more and more like we're going to get Santana Ortiz winning those tag team titles at Arthur Ashe in New York on September 22nd. As much as I really, really, really want to see the Lucha Brothers win the tag team titles because they also definitely deserve it, it's making me think the Bucks are probably going to retain Sunday. Because there's no way Lucha Brothers can win those tag titles and lose them in 2 weeks. That just wouldn't be right. If that 2-week reign with the tag titles, this ain't WWE where reigns are just thrown around and they don't mean anything. All right, like Lucha Brothers deserve a very long title reign if they are once they do win those AEW tag titles. So, but yeah, this was an excellent tag team match. I expected no different from these two teams. Very, very thankful nothing went wrong in this go round here with FTR and Santana Ortiz, and the right team won. And proud and powerful to put the tag team division on notice. And I hope the Bucks are paying attention, man, because they're coming for that gold.
I don't think it's the Lucha Brothers' time. I talked about it in my preview predictions. I'm going to say it here. They will absolutely be tag team champions. No, sooner rather than later. They have to be. They are one of the top tag teams in AEW, and their work rate is just incredible. So they're going to be tag team champions. And currently, the storyline with Pac and Andrade leads them to turning heel and joining with Andrade because they can't get the job done with Pac. That's the story. So honestly, I mean, we're probably going to get a fantastic match. But if the Young Bucks are retained, as much as I don't like them, I'm not going to be mad whatsoever because I think that just makes the most sense. Because then you have a clear heel Young Bucks and a clear over. They're going to be super over in New York City, Santana and Ortiz. And this them winning the tag team titles in New York City, that's a great moment right there in front of 17,000 people, which, by the way, makes me even more excited for that show because last night I was just chilling out. I turned on ESPN watching tennis. They had a tennis tournament at the Arthur Ashe Stadium. That city, that building is gigantic, and that makes me excited for the show, man. So I'm excited. Santana and Ortiz need to win those tag team titles. Last minute thoughts before we move on.
Yeah, I'll go first. Yeah, absolutely. Santana Ortiz are definitely bound for those AEW tag team titles, and they definitely deserve it too because they've worked their asses off this whole time. Even before AEW when they were working in Impact and working the Indies and stuff. These guys have worked so hard for so many years to get to this point, and now it's all coming together, and we got the show in New York. What better place than their hometown of New York? And it's just what a reception they'll get. Once they do win those AEW tag team titles.
Cam?
I think I'm going to agree with y'all. First off, I'm going to agree with y'all. Bright and powerful. Santana Ortiz won the tag team titles. It's going to be a great moment. It's going to be a great moment. It's going to be an absolutely huge reaction. And they deserve it. They absolutely deserve it. And Joseph, you made a very good point. I didn't think about how now with Pac not being on the show, how that affects things. Guys, I was fully expecting a Lucha Bros win on Sunday, but especially since Ray Phoenix got pinned, especially since Ray Phoenix got pinned tonight. But when you sat there, when you sat there and said how how the story is that they joined up with Andrade because they couldn't get the job done with Pac. I didn't really think about that, Tuna. I didn't really think about that till you said it, and I like that story being told. So I think the Lucha Bros got to win it another time.
Yep. The best in the world, CM Punk, came out next in the Chicago crowd. It wasn't really as loud as the United Center one, but it was loud. It felt muted a little bit. I don't know about you guys, but he got a loud reception. But this segment was not about CM Punk on the microphone, and I'm not even going to talk about that because he didn't even say much. This was CM Punk getting physical for the first time in 7 years, which is a good thing and a smart decision by Tony Khan because it kind of got some of the ring rust that he had out of him. So he's talking, and Daniel Garcia and Wesley's favorite tag team, 2.0, came out to attack CM Punk. They're ambushing Punk. Out came Sting and Darby Allin. They attacked Matt Lee and Jeff Parker. Darby Allin went after Daniel Garcia as well. CM Punk got 10 punches to the head, and he hits the GTS to, I think, Matt Lee. And then we see a segment where we see Sting and CM Punk in the same ring in 22. Who would have thought that we'd see Sting cutting a promo on CM Punk on AEW Dynamite? That is just nuts. But he's like, this match is the most anticipated match possibly of the entire year. He's not wrong. It is. And he says, I'm about to watch two icons, and CM Punk and Darby Allin go at it live on pay-per-view. And I'm not even going to get involved in it because what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk out there with my partner. I'm going to give him a fist pump. I'm going to give him a hug. And then I'm walking back to the dressing room. And it's just going to be Punk and Darby. And then when the bell rings, it's showtime. Man, you could not get me any more excited for CM Punk and Darby Allin with this segment, man. I mean, my excitement, this is easily the match I'm looking forward to the most. I do think this is going to be the match tonight. And this is probably the most anticipated match of 2021 and possibly in the history of AEW. Do you guys agree with that? I'll hand it over to Cameron first. And by the way, I thought this segment was great as well. I like the fact that they made Punk get physical before the pay-per-view.
The most anticipated match in the history of AEW. Yeah, yeah. I would have to agree. I would have to agree. CM Punk's first match in 7 years. I would have to agree. I think this is the most anticipated match in the history of AEW. I would have to agree there. I thought this segment was great. I thought this is a great segment. Daniel Garcia in 2.0 quickly becoming one of my favorite things on Dynamite. I love those guys. I really do. I love those guys. I really do. I thought the beat. I love those guys really good. I thought the segment itself was really good. I liked Punk getting physical, and it felt so good after 7 years to see CM Punk hit the GTS. I felt like a little kid again when Punk hit that GTS, man. I felt like I was 11, 12 years old all over again once he hit it. So I popped huge for that. I thought the promo itself was really good, and I like the fact that Darby Allin's not going to have Sting in his point. It's going to be, I like that fact. It's just going to be two guys going in there. Let the best man win Sunday. I absolutely like that.
Wes?
Yeah, this was a great segment. I'm really happy that we got to see just a hint of what we'll see from CM Punk this Sunday against Darby Allin. It was a way to just kind of convince people, he's back, and look, he's getting a little physical. He's just getting some of that ring rust off. He's just getting comfortable again. 7 years, long time. 7 years is a very, very long time to be away from the squared circle. So, I mean, I'm sure there is some nerves out there with some wrestling fans about, can CM Punk still go? And Chicago definitely let him hear it tonight that he's still got it. That's for sure. And what a great reception that was. But and I love the fact that Sting, pretty much passed the keys over to Darby. It's like, here, myself and AEW are putting all of our trust in you, because we believe that you're going to be the one to help carry Punk, and you'll carry each other to a great match and what should definitely be the main event of All Out this upcoming Sunday. I mean, the world title, I'm always an advocate for that going on last, but I've said it before. I mean, Punk and Darby has to go on last. This is Punk's first match back in 7 years. It's in his hometown of Chicago. It just makes all the sense in the world, and I'm really hoping they end up going through with that. But and man, 2.0 and Daniel Garcia, man. I mean, I don't know how much more put over they can be put over, really, because they've been tussling up with Darby, Sting, Eddie Kingston, John Moxley, now CM Punk. Like, who would have thought? Like, it's a lot of who would have thought moments with AEW, man. Who would have thought we'd see Sting and Punk in the ring at the same time? Who would have thought we'd see 2.0, who formerly Everrise in NXT? Who would have thought, like, you come up to somebody and be like, hey, see these guys Everrise in NXT? Yeah, they're going to go after Eddie Kingston, John Moxley, Sting, Darby Allin, and CM Punk in AEW. Imagine somebody came up to you and said that, like this time last year. You would look at them, swear in the face, and laugh as loud as possible, like, yeah, right. Like, these
you would have told him to put that crack
them.
pipe down. You would have told him to put the crack pipe down.
It's unbelievable. I mean, the AEW just continues to surprise us with so many amazing moments, and it just keeps on coming, man. We're going to continue to get more amazing and so many more who would have thought this would happen moments. It's just awesome to see.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited for the match on Sunday. I'm happy for 2.0 and Daniel Garcia as well. Daniel Garcia has another main event match coming up Friday night on Rampage against Darby Allin, and they had a good match last time around in Pittsburgh on Dynamite. I think this one should be no different. So definitely looking forward to that match on Friday, and then of course CM Punk's match on Sunday. Orange Cassidy 1-on-1 against Jack Evans, and listen, I said this last week. I'm gonna say it again. I love Orange Cassidy. There you go. He's got the orange juice right there, freshly squeezed. All three of us love Orange Cassidy, but there has to be something better than for him to do. I mean, this is not it. He had a match against Jack Evans, which I really did not care about going into it, and they went to picture-in-picture on this match, and we come back from commercial, and the match is over. So I don't know about you guys, but I never watched the picture-in-pictures before, and we came back, and I look up on the screen and like, what the heck just happened? Jack Evans is complaining to the ref, and the damn match is over. So Orange Cassidy wins. Jack Evans is screaming at the ref for like 2 minutes. He must have had a bad day, and then it got worse when he lost the match. But this brung out Matt Hardy. He attacked Orange Cassidy. The best friends, Chuck Taylor and Wheeler Yuta, came out. Then the entire crew came out. Angelico, Private Party, The Blade, they all came out, helped Matt Hardy attack the best friends. Out came running Jurassic Express to brawl. We got a huge brawl with Best Friends, Jurassic Express, and the HFO. And it was announced later on that now on the buy-in, the new match is a 10-man tag with the Best Friends and Jurassic Express against the HFOs, Matt Hardy, TH2, and Private Party. This stuff's not it, man. It's as simple as how I can put it. I love Matt Hardy, but this group's not working. There was a time when he said that when crowds came back that he was going to bring back the broken Matt Hardy gimmick, And to be perfectly honest with you, I think that's it. Probably would be best if we get that sooner rather than later because he's fantastic at that stuff. Um, they have no heat whatsoever. Nobody cares. And now you got Orange Cassidy feuding with them. You got Jungle Boy in with them and Luchasaurus. And it just sucks for them because when they're in the ring with HFO, it kind of makes me not care about them because I don't care about the match. Like what we're seeing. Like, do I make sense saying that?
Yeah.
I just, oh man, it's not it. I think it's not needed as well. They're they're a dark faction. Is TH2's not really getting pushed. The Blade's on his own. The Butcher is still out. Private Party's not really getting pushed right there. They're just in the wings of Matt Hardy, not really doing much, and it's just not that good. And I think I think it's best for Private Party to go back to being baby faces, Matt Hardy being by himself, TH2 being on their own. This stuff's not working at all, man. It's not working. I'm gonna give it to Wesley first, and then we'll hand it over to Cam.
Yeah, I completely agree, Joseph. I really don't care about any of this. I don't, and I love Matt Hardy. I love Orange Cassidy, but yeah, Matt Hardy needs to go back to being the broken gimmick again because this big money match stuff ain't working. It was pretty good
It
at
was working
first.
before.
It it was pretty good at first, right? Yeah, it was good at first, but then it just took a turn, and then you started adding all these people to HFO with TH2, Private Party, the Blade, and the Butcher. Who the Butcher, yeah, like you said, he's out right now. I mean, he has no role right now, and then you got the Bunny. It's just they just have names there, and it's just kind of like they're a faction, but they're just there, and it's just like I wouldn't go as far as say like factory level irrelevant, but I would say they're becoming irrelevant, and I feel like a lot of people really just overall don't care. And but yeah, I mean, again, I don't know where the end game is of this. I really don't. I know that 10-man tag that probably is not going to be the end game, that 10-man tag on the buy-in, but if I had a say in this, I'd probably just go ahead and turn. Matt's kind of teased it a little bit on Twitter too, like he might like Orange Cassidy busted him open last week. He's getting that crazy side coming out a little bit again, so maybe Matt Hardy's teasing to bring back the broken gimmick. If so, maybe we get a final deletion match with him and Orange Cassidy, which honestly could be very fun. If you have Orange Cassidy in that mix, I mean, we saw how fun the Sammy Guevara one was. When I think that was like Full Gear, I believe, 2020. That was a very, very fun match, and it was very creative. And Matt Hardy's a creative genius. He knows how to make that match as like theatric and as cinematic as possible in the best way. So I feel like if you did that with him and Orange Cassidy, that could be very fun. And that's something that could probably get people invested now, because what they're doing now is this isn't working. And then you have a roll up, like I think it was like a roll up or something, because I don't pay attention to picture either. Like literally when picture in picture comes, I'm in my phone. I literally am like looking at my phone. They come back from break and I see the match is over, the bell rung, and I'm like, oh, what? Like, all right, Orange Cassidy beats. I knew he was going to beat him. I didn't think it was going to happen during commercial, but I guess for the 100th episode, they wanted to try something different. So I can't really fault him that much for like wanting to try something different, but I don't know how well that's really going to work if you just end a match during commercial, because I think a lot of people still are going to be watching the picture in picture anyway. So, but yeah, it's overall this HFO best friend stuff, HFO Jurassic Express, HFO Dark Order, like all of it's just, it's whatever. And like even like now, like when I'm an avid watcher of Dark and Elevation, I see HFO a lot. I see Dark Order a lot on there. And of course, I love watching the Dark Order wrestle, but like it seems like I've seen so many mixtures of Dark Order HFO matches or Best Friends HFO matches where I'm just like, I honestly just want to skip over this, because I've seen so many mixtures of it. It's like I'm watching the same match all the time, and I hate that because I've I've been shown that so many times in recent years on another program where I see the same match over and over again, to where it's beaten into my brain. So I just don't want that. I mean, AEW's does a great job of like not doing rematches so often. They have like the least amount of rematches on like any other wrestling company, but still, it just all feels like the same. It all feels just it all just feels ordinary. It doesn't feel, nothing stands out about it. So I'm hoping just something special, something big comes out of this, and Orange Cassidy can be moved on to bigger feuds. Because honestly, I feel like he's cooling off a lot. I feel like a lot of people involved in all of this are cooling off. So
Yeah, but here's your thing. You say you had a final deletion match with Matt Hardy and Orange Cassidy. The last match in this feud, Orange Cassidy has to win, don't you think?
yeah, absolutely. He definitely should. I mean, Matt Hardy winning wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah. Let's hear what Cam has to say about all of this.
I'm in agreement with you guys. I do not care about the Hardy family office. I don't. I don't care about it. I understand why it's being done because Matt Hardy. I understand why it's being done because I think this is to help. Because I remember Matt Hardy on Talk Is Jericho a couple years ago. He said that he wanted to help work with a lot of the younger talent or a lot of the new talent. I think this is why the Hardy family office is happening. But this is just not working. I do not care about Hardy family office. I do not care about the Hardy family office. They want to keep big money Matt. Yeah, they want to keep big money Matt. They can keep big money Matt. But this HFO stuff has got to go. It's got to go. I'm not a fan of it. Hell, I'm not a fan of it. Hell, I wouldn't even be against keeping Matt Hardy and Private Party together. I wouldn't be against that at all. But I wouldn't be against that at all. But this stuff where like he has like multiple tag teams and his faction, or like the stuff with and the stuff with TH2 Butcher, the Butcher and Blade, the Bunny. To me, that stuff just needs to die. I'm not a fan of it at all. I don't care about Matt Hardy, unfortunately. He has a banger theme song. His theme song's a banger, but I don't care about Matt Hardy, unfortunately.
Yeah, it seems like you just got to get Orange Cassidy in bigger and better things, and now you got Jurassic Express in this, and it's just a complete mess, man. It sucks, but it's one of the things that after All Out, um, I guess after when this feud's over, um, I feel like the HFO needs to be a dark stable because no one cares about them on Dynamite. So, um, next we had Jim Ross in the ring interviewing Le Champion, Chris Jericho, and could this be the last time we see Jericho walking down the ring on Dynamite as an active wrestler? I got this much to say. He cut a very emotional promo. I can tell he was trying to hold tears. He was saying, "Thank you. If this is it, thank you for letting me into your life and and me letting you into my life and me putting on great television for you and all that stuff." And MJF has to bring the best that he's ever bring if he wants to see Chris Jericho never out on an AEW ring again. And at the commentary desk, he will put 100% effort in that, he says, but he wants to beat MJF, and he knows that if he didn't take this route, he could win all the successful championships and matches he wants, but he would look at himself in the mirror and say, I took the easy way out because I was never able to beat MJF, and I need to beat MJF. Again, really good promo by Jericho, just like the Punk segment. This segment got me even more excited for Jericho and MJF. I don't want to see Jericho lose, man. It's too early, I think. He's got a lot left in the tank. To be honest with you, if he loses, I'm gonna be very sad. On the review Sunday night, I'm gonna be a sad man when we're talking about that match. But Cameron, what'd you think of this Chris Jericho promo with Jim Ross?
I thought the Jericho promo was great. No surprise, because Jericho, one of the best promo men in the history of wrestling. So no surprise there that this promo would be great. And I'll tell you this much, man. I'm pulling for Jericho to win on Sunday. I'm hoping for a Jericho win because I really don't want to hear Jericho on that commentary table on Rampage. So go Jericho. Go Jericho. Go Jericho. Go Jericho. I'll do a run in if you need me to, Chris. I'll be more than glad to go down to Chicago, do a run in. Hit do a run-in, do a low blow to MJF. I'll be more than happy to do a run-in. But I hope you get this win, man, because commentary ain't for you. I don't think commentary for you right now, Chris. But in all seriousness, though, I thought this was a very good promo here. I think Jericho's winning on Sunday because I just don't think Chris Jericho's done. Because I just don't think Jericho's done wrestling. So I think Jericho's getting the win on Sunday. But I thought this was a very good promo. No shock there. Jericho being one of the best promo guys in the history of wrestling. And gives you a very good promo. So there you go.
Wesley.
Yeah, this was a very passionate promo from Jericho. I mean, Jericho has always been one of the best on the mic. And, of course, before this, we saw MJF being MJF, classic MJF. MJF never cuts a bad promo. I mean, all hits, zero misses with MJF, and you can pretty much almost say the same with Chris Jericho, man. I mean, that's why they're so similar to each other. I felt like last Wednesday I was feeling a little bit more, confident in, Jericho's probably going to win. But, after tonight, I'm thinking, well, who knows? Maybe this is it. And, Jericho, Daniel Bryan, of course, is my favorite, but right below him is Chris Jericho for me. Chris Jericho is my second favorite of all time. I mean, you talk about a man who's accomplished so much in professional wrestling over all these years, whether it was in WCW, WWE, or AEW, or even New Japan. This guy has accomplished so much, and I have nothing but respect for the guy. He is, provided us with such great television over so many years, whether it was comedy or, intensity, this great wrestling, just whatever it was. I mean, he always knew how to entertain people, and that's something that's always stuck out about Chris Jericho. And I'm looking forward to him and MJF one last time this Sunday. It's unpredictable, which I like. AEW does a really great job with the unpredictability factor. We talked about this before. They with so many other feuds, they're just so good at making it unpredictable. Where you think, well, it could go this way or it can go this way. What about this? What about that? I like that it makes you think. It makes you, ponder the ideas of what could come out of this. But yeah, I really don't know if this is it for Jericho. But if it is, man, I mean, I tip my cap to the guy. I mean, he, what a hell of a career he had over all these years. I'm so happy that, a big part of my childhood was him. I grew up watching Jericho, for all those years that he was, at the top in WWE and was in so many legendary feuds that are still talked about to this day. And of course, probably one of the biggest crowning achievements of his life was beating Stone Cold and The Rock on the same night to become the undisputed champion. I mean, that's definitely one of those talked about moments in pro wrestling when you look back at it. And then, of course, his debut in WWE and then him showing up in AEW and forming the Inner Circle, doing all this. I mean, so many great moments. It's, you can't even list them all, So I tip my cap to Jericho, even if he wins, I still tip my cap to the guy because, I'm just like, man, you just, it's amazing how you're 50, about 50 years old now. And man, you've still been able to be just such a great world-class athlete and still put on some great matches and great storylines. And it's just amazing to watch.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I agree with everything that you said. Powerhouse Hobbs versus Brian Cage. This was another point in the Brian Cage versus Team Taz feud. This match was all right. I mean, it wasn't bad. Not really invested in this match because, right now it's kind of hard for me to care about Brian Cage. I do care about Powerhouse Hobbs, though. He's someone that I really like. He's gotten a lot better, and he got the win tonight. Thanks from a hook distracting the referee. Ricky Starks came up, hit Cage with the title. Then Hobbs hits his finisher and gets the win over Brian Cage. Good. I see more for Hobbs than I do for Brian Cage. I just don't know what AEW is doing with Brian Cage right now, and it's kind of confusing a little bit because he's really, really cooled off ever since leaving Team Taz, I feel like. So he's got really no direction, and as far as Hobbs goes, I see a lot of potential in this man. I really do. He's going to be a player. Ricky Starks, the FTW champion, he's doing his thing right now. But I see Hobbs, um, being a big player in AEW when his time is right. So I'm excited for when that point comes. Wes, we'll give it to you first with this matchup for Hobbs and Cage.
Yeah, this is a pretty solid matchup here between Cage and Hobbs. I'm happy to see Hobbs get the win. I actually didn't really expect him to win. I thought Cage honestly was going to win, but I'm happy Hobbs did end up winning in the end because it's a younger talent, it's a fresher talent, and Hobbs is he's got a very bright future ahead of him. I think he could be a good big man in the future. And but yeah, I mean, Brian Cage has cooled off a lot. I think he's just not resonating at all as a babyface. People just can't really look at this guy and think just, white meat, true babyface. It's weird. Because, like, Brian Cage just fits as a heel. It's like when he was with Team Taz, like, he fit like a glove as a heel, and Taz, but being his spokesman, it was like it meshed well. It's almost like the Paul Heyman Brock Lesnar dynamic. It's just like you got Brock Lesnar who just comes in and just wreaks havoc, and then you got Paul Heyman doing all the talking for him. So it's weird with Cage on his own. I just don't know if it's going to really get over. I mean, unless you get him in a feud with somebody that is maybe like really, really, really over, and it does something for like as over as a heel as I mean. And so I don't know what they really need to do here, but I guess all I can really think now is Ricky Starks and Brian Cage are going to have one more match. It ain't going to happen at All Out. Some people were thinking maybe they were going to make a last-minute call to have Starks and Cage added to the All Out card. I'm kind of glad it isn't because I don't think many people would care. As great as the match would be, it probably would get the crowd somewhat hyped because the match would probably be really good because their last match was very, very good. But I'd say I'd save that for like a Dynamite or for a Rampage. To save it for one of those shows. But yeah, I don't know what this will end with. I mean, I don't know if we're gonna get a third match in case Cage wins and we get a rubber match. I don't know. It's hard to call, but this is another one of those feuds going on right now that not many people care about, and it makes me kind of feel bad for Ricky Starks because Ricky Starks is great. He's so charismatic. I think he's definitely got a bright future. I mean, he I think will be a major player for them in the future, but it's just right now. I mean, not a lot of people are looking at this feud and thinking, "Wow, great feud." So.
Mr. Johnson.
I'm in agreement. I'm in agreement with you, Wes. I thought the match was okay. I thought the match was okay. Nothing really special, in my opinion. To me, it doesn't seem like a lot of focus has been really put on this feud. And it's really been put on this feud over the past couple of weeks. I understand. I understand that they have other stories to tell, but to me, it seems like this story's just really cooled off. It seems like not a lot of time has been really focused. And it seems like not a lot of time has been given or really put on this storyline here with Cage and Ricky Starks. But it shocked me that Will Hobbs won. I looked at this on paper. I thought this was a Cage win. I thought this was a Cage win, but it shocked me that Will Hobbs won. Will Hobbs has a very bright future. His spine buster is beautiful. Will Hobbs has an absolutely beautiful spine buster. So he's gonna. So I think he's gonna be a very big player. Brian Cage. Brian Cage. I hope. Brian Cage. I hope there's better things for Cage in the future. And I hope there's better things for Cage in the future right now because he really seems. He really seems. He really has seemed to cool off a lot. So I hope there's a lot more stuff for him in the future. But overall, I think this is okay.
Yeah. I do think that the match is gonna happen at Arthur Ashe Stadium, but we gotta move on here. It's QT time. Let's go.
Quality television, Marshall, baby.
Let's go. Much respect, Cam. Much respect, man.
Right, man. Put some respect
You know what,
on
Cam?
his name.
You know what, Cam? Take it away with this next segment.
Oh my god. Okay, so quality. Okay.
What?
Okay. Okay, so I wasn't gonna pay attention during the segment. So here we go. I think Big Show. I think the segment started with Big Show in the ring. Big Show's cutting the promo. I don't know about what, but Big Show's cutting the promo. No, but Big Show's cutting the promo, and then all of a sudden, QT Marshall's on the ramp. He starts talking. Quality Television Marshall, excuse me. How dare I disrespect that man?
Yep.
How dare I disrespect that man? He's on the ramp talking. He's on the ramp talking his shit. He's on the ramp talking his shit for this match with Big Show. They both get into the ring. The Nightmare Factory, I think that's the faction's name. The Nightmare Factory, they get in the ring. The Nightmare Factory, they get in the ring. They start trying to attack Big Show. Big Show fights. They start trying to attack Big Show. Big Show fights them all. All of a sudden, the Gun Club runs in. And Gun Club came in. I'm like, what? And like the Gun Club came in. I'm just thinking to myself, what the hell is the Gun Club doing here? It's like, it's too late. It's too late. Why are they here to help fight off the Nightmare Factory? Big Show just did all the work. And also, why does Big Show need help fighting the Nightmare Factory? Why does he need help fighting off Aaron Solo? And Aaron Solo, no disrespect, and Nick Camarado. Why does he need help fighting those guys off? Anyway, Gun Club come in, Big Show and Gun Club stand tall for a little bit, and Billy Gunn takes the steel chair, he whacks Big Show with the chair, so there you go. Gun Club go heel for some reason, Big Show's down, Nightmare Factory get back in the ring, QT Quality Television Marshall, excuse me, tells the Nightmare Factory to lift up Big Show, and Quality Television delivers the cutter, delivers a diamond cutter on Paul White. So there you go. That was the segment, folks.
I mean, hey man, he got his offense in. He had a nice diamond cutter on Paul White with everybody holding him up. Stood tall. He had nothing to do with the Billy Gunn heel turn on Paul White. It was all Billy Gunn. Marshall.
Heel turn felt so random. I was like, what? That heel turn felt random. He hit him with the chain. I'm just like, what? But I thought something was gonna go down though, because when Gun Club came out, I was like, where are they out? Big Show just took out all of them.
Yeah. But Quality Television had nothing to do with the heel turn for Billy Gunn and Colton and Austin. So I don't know. We're gonna get Paul White and Billy Gunn in a match, maybe. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But QT in the factory. Apparently, Quality Television has more members of the factory, as he has like 4 new members of the factory. Don't know who they are, but oh man, QT's gonna win on Sunday. That's all I gotta say. And when he does, we will rejoice.
Yes,
Right,
we
Cam?
will. Yes, we will. Everybody put some respect on that man, Quality Television Marshall. We need his T-shirt to sell out. I ordered me a Quality Television Marshall shirt. It's on the way. It is coming. Oh, yeah, put some respect on Quality Television Marshall, man.
Wes, we will rejoice when QT wins on Sunday.
Oh, we will. We will, huh? Cam, I know. Cam, I love you, buddy. I love you, but I'm gonna have to shoot. I'm gonna have to shoot. I gotta shoot. I gotta shoot. I love you, man, but I gotta shoot. But yeah, this segment. Okay. The second it appeared, I immediately. It's like it flashed me back to like watching Monday Night Raw on a weekly basis. Oh my gosh! Here we go. The part of the show I'm gonna hate. Great, I love it. So, yeah. So we get the women's match moved to the main card, right? Great. I love that. Okay, so I'm thinking in my head, perfect. QT and Paul White on the buy-in. This is your chance, AEW. And then what happens later in the show? 10-man tag. And I'm just sulking. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. You had the chance. You had the chance, Tony. Tony, you had the chance to move this match to the buy-in, and you didn't. But yeah, this segment, QT talks smack. Wow, whatever. Yeah, you're a giant. I'm gonna slay the giant. I don't know. It's just, and then, oh man, You thought the Seth Rollins heel turn on the Shield was crazy back in the day. We got the Gun Club doing the chair shot to Paul White and turning on Paul White. I mean, heel turn of the century. Heel turn of the freaking century. The Gun Club are heels. Do I care? The answer is no. The answer is I don't care. I really don't. Was it surprising? A little bit. But do I care? No, I don't care, because who's going to care about the Gun Club? Whether they're faces or heels. Billy Gunn, Billy Gunn, you look great. You look great for your age, man. I give you that. You're looking good. Your sons have potential. But all of this is AEW Dark and AEW Elevation. And I avidly watch those shows, yes. But, like, this is not. I don't get why this is on pay-per-view. I still don't get it. I just don't get it. Every week this comes up, I'm like, I don't get it. I just don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. But look, All Out's going to be great Sunday. I'm excited. I am excited. Pac versus Andrade was pulled. It sucks, but I'm still looking forward to the card. But why do we continue to get these? I mean, like, I mentioned this on Twitter, and this is going to come as a shock. I know. This might very well be my least favorite feud ever in AEW history. Like, I mean, this is something, like, I genuinely do not care about. Like, this is, like, I mean, like, I like, at least with Cody and QT, at least with that, like, it was like, okay, there's a little bit to dig into. This, I'm just like, nothing can really get me going with this. I mean, again, I'm going to say it again. This match has to go no more than 2 minutes. When it happens, no more than 2 minutes. Filler, okay, get it out of the way. And like I said, and people can clip it. Go back and clip it if you want, if you missed it. I said if it doesn't go more than 2 minutes, I will not complain. I will literally be like, I will praise it. I'll be like, you know what? But you know, one of the best matches on the card. You couldn't have asked for a better result. I swear. I legit. I mean, you go back and clip this too. I will not complain whatsoever if this match goes no more than 2 minutes. If they drag this out, I swear, if they drag this to 10 to 15 minutes, I'm going to the bathroom and I'm gonna sit in there. Even if I don't have to go to the bathroom, I will sit in there and wait until this match is over. I will ask my dad, "Hey, is the match over yet?" And when he says yes, I'm gonna be like, "All right, I'm back. All right, great. Let's get to the rest of the great matches on this card. Thank you." I mean, but yeah. Yeah, another shoot promo from Rusty Williams about QT Marshall and the factory and Paul White. What's new around this podcast? I mean, we keep getting QT Marshall on our screens every week, so we got to talk about it. So there you go. There's my take.
Dude, show him some respect. Show QT
Look, the guy
some
doesn't
respect.
suck in wrestling. He's not a crappy wrestler. He's not even a bad promo, but. Do you really expect me or anybody to care outside of Cameron? Because Cameron loves QT Marshall. And look, it's fine. I get it. You love the guy. All right, good for you. But, like, it's just, how do you expect? I don't look at this guy and think, man, this guy leads a faction, and, like, I just and then you got the Gun Club, I guess, added to the faction now. Whoop-de-doo, that's what this faction needed, the Gun Club. This is gonna make this faction. I mean, dare I say, this is going to be a better faction than Undisputed Era. You know, why not?
Oh man, I can't wait for this match on Sunday. You're gonna be shocked when QT pins him clean. All right, you've got to put some respect on QT.
I'll put a respect on his name if this match goes no more than 2 minutes. Then I'll put respect on his name.
Listen, QT is a talent scout in AEW. QT brought in CM Punk, so you better thank him.
All right. Well, hey, I'm not discrediting for any of that. I'm not discrediting them for any of that. It's this feud I'm tired of, and I'm just ready to move on. But QT, keep doing what you're doing behind the scenes. You're doing a great job. I give you praise on that. You're doing a great job. On screen, you're all right, but man, you're in some really crappy feuds.
I hope you're ready for that QT Mark Henry feud. Watch me when we get.
Is it too late? Is it really too late to get QT back with Dustin Rhodes and we get the Natural Nightmares? Because I actually really like that tag team. I really did. That was a good tag team.
He doesn't need Dustin. He's got Aaron Solo.
He's got Aaron Solo. Oh yes, the GOAT, Aaron Solo. Yes, the Miss Bailey's ex. That's pretty much the most we know about the guy. Really, I mean, honestly, other than that we don't got much character development. So.
Oh man, If QT wins on Sunday night, doesn't matter how long the match goes, you will respect QT more. You will respect, I'm sorry, quality television Marshall. All right? Dude.
If it doesn't go more than 2 minutes, I will not complain. I will be all smiles. You'll see all genuine smiles, not sarcastic, genuine smiles from this guy.
Dude, when this channel grows bigger and bigger, when we start selling merchandise, hopefully in the next couple years, one of the shirts I want to sell says a shirt that says "Quality Television Marshall." That's gonna be it.
I'll buy one. We can get some shirts.
That's gonna be a shirt. I'm telling y'all right now. Look for that in 2023. Coming soon. Quality Television Marshall shirts. So can't wait. I'm very excited. Penelope Ford went one-on-one with Ty Conti. No more talking QT Marshall on this.
Hey man, you said Penelope Ford's name wrong, man. It is not Penelope Ford. According to our good friend Booker T, it is Penelope Ford. Penelope Ford with one-on-one with Tay Conti.
I've never heard of Penelope before.
That clip was so funny. I'm sorry.
Dude, the way he said it too, he's like, Penelope Ford. I've never seen her. Like, dude, you're supposed to be an analyst and you never heard of a wrestler's name.
Booker's not doing himself any favors these days. He really isn't.
Oh man, this match was actually very good though. I'm telling you, this was way better than Red Velvet and Jamie Hayter from last week's match. That match was just a complete slop fest. This match was very good. Ty Conti got the win, and then after the match, Penelope and the Bunny beat down on Ty Conti, and then out came Anna Jay to reunite with her best friend, and this was a great moment. I'm happy that Anna Jay and Ty Conti are back together in AEW. Cameron, you're first.
I thought the match at first started off very rough, but by the end of it, I thought they had themselves. But by the end of it, I thought they had themselves a pretty good match. But by the end of it, I thought they had themselves a pretty good match. I think Penelope Ford is very underrated. I think she's very underrated. I think she's somebody who has potential to be a very big star. I think she has potential to be AEW Women's Champion one day. I really do. I am really high on Penelope Ford. To me, she is really underrated. But I thought the match was good, and I liked the return of Anna Jay. Good to see Anna Jay back on our television. Good to see Anna Jay back on our television screen. So I thought this was pretty good.
Wes?
Yeah, this is a very, very good match. It started off pretty slow, but it really picked up as the match went on. And but yeah, it was very good showdown here between Ty Conti and Penelope Ford, or Penelope Ford, as our good old friend Booker likes to say. And of course, I'm very, very happy to see Anna Jay back. I kind of was thinking she was probably going to make a surprise return here tonight, and in fact she did. And what a huge ovation she got from the Chicago crowd, man. She deserved that. I'm so happy Anna Jay got that, because people were like super excited to see her back. So it's really cool to see her, and she's going to be in the Women's Casino Battle Royal this Sunday, so that's really cool. More women added to that match, and Kylan King I saw also is going to be in that. That's a very cool. I'm happy to see Kylan King do some more work with AEW. I'm hoping one day she does become All Elite, because I think she is very underrated. I think she's getting a lot better the more we do see her. And but yeah, Anna Jay's back. She's back with Ty Conti, back with the Dark Order, and you just love to see it, man.
Yep, we got Anna Jay, Layla Hirsch, Kylan King, and Abaddon in the Women's Casino Battle Royal. I'm actually happy that match is on the main card. So
I'm surprised Abaddon's in that match. I haven't seen Abaddon in a while. I don't know if she's been on Dark or not, but I don't think we've seen Abaddon in a while.
They need women, dude. So I guess she needs to be in there. But before All Out, we got Rampage on Friday night, and we got CM Punk's gonna be there. We got Malachi Black going 1-on-1 against Lee Johnson Friday night. So we get to see Malachi Black on Rampage Friday night.
Kick his head off, Malachi. Kick his head off. Kick Lee Johnson's head off.
God does not respect Lee Johnson, man.
I'm not a Lee Johnson fan. I'm not a Lee Johnson fan at all. I'm not one at all. It has nothing to do with Julia Hart, by the way. So
you know what? You don't have to be. It's all right. You know why? Because you're a QT Marshall fan. That's all that
damn
matters.
right.
That's all that matters. But we got Lee Johnson and Malachi Black. We got Chris Statlander versus Jamie Hayter and Rebel in a 2-on-1 handicap match. Miro's going to be on the show, and the main event is Daniel Garcia and Darby Allin. The main event of tonight was an 8-man tag with the Lucha Bros and Jurassic Express against the Young Bucks and Good Brothers. This was a great 8-man tag match. I'm not going to talk about the match move by move. I don't really need to. The match was great. Lots of great in-ring action towards the end of the match. Rey Fenix was going for a double cutter, which connected. Nick Jackson kicked out. Then Rey Fenix went for a crossbody on the top. Both Young Bucks caught him. Matt Jackson held him up while Nick Jackson hit the Meltzer driver. So the Young Bucks hit Meltzer driver onto Rey Fenix, and they got the win over Rey Fenix. After the match, they continued to attack the Lucha Bros and Jurassic Express. Then Kenny Omega comes out. It seems like he's got dark hair now. It looks like Kenny Omega dyed his hair. So he says Don Callis, he knows he's got the keys. So they lowered the cage, and before that, Christian comes out and he gets attacked. Then the cage is lowered, and we got Christian and the Lucha Brothers in the cage with the Elite. Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks are repeatedly super kicking the Lucha Bros. Penta he's handcuffed to the top rope, so he's getting super kicked. Rey Fenix is getting super kicked. Then Kenny tells the Young Bucks to get Christian. Then they hit a triple V trigger on Christian. Other people try to come running down for the save. Kazarian, Dante Martin, the Jurassic Express. You just got Orange Cassidy walking around the steel cage trying to do something. So that was cool. But yeah, the Elite could not be stopped while inside that steel cage. And the show goes off with Christian Cage and the Lucha Bros laid down in defeat, and they're getting attacked, and the Elite stand tall to end the show. This does not change my opinion that the Young Bucks are going to retain the tag team titles on Sunday. I still think they're going to retain the tag team titles. But what did you think of the main event, Sir Wesley?
Yeah, this main event was chaotic and fun in the best way. And I don't think you could really expect anything else from a match that involves the Jurassic Express and the Young Bucks and the Lucha Brothers. I mean, you're gonna have a fun time when you watch all these guys in the ring together. Man, I'm still thinking, man, what in the world is Rey Fenix gonna do on a freaking steel cage? What in the world is this man gonna think of? I mean, I'm so excited to see what mainly he does. Penta too could do something wild. I mean, Penta's insane too, but Rey Fenix we know is an insane daredevil, and the Young Bucks, they're crazy in their own right. But yeah, this was a great 8-man tag to close us out here. And yeah, I saw the cage at the beginning of the show, and like for a split second, I looked at the cage up top, and I'm thinking, hey, are we getting a cage match tonight? And then I realized, oh wait, steel cage. Maybe they're gonna use it for something, but not a match. But they did use it in the end of the show to trap Christian Cage and the Lucha Brothers inside, so the Elite could manhandle them while everybody else is on the outside trying to get in. But Brand Cutler using that spray to get into everybody's eyes. They can't get through. And the Elite completely dismantle Christian Cage and Lucha Brothers ahead of their big matches this Sunday. So very cool to see the Elite stand tall. You know, they're the champions. They are the ones on top. So, you know, gotta make them look good heading into the pay-per-view. But yeah, this is an awesome way to get us finally excited for All Out this Sunday. So
Cameron Johnson, your thoughts, and then we're going to wrap this up.
All right, I just want to say for one, being in the elite got some banger theme music. They got some absolute banger theme music.
Oh, yeah.
So I want to say that at first. But second, I thought the main event was a lot of fun. I thought the main event was a lot of fun. Nonstop action. And somebody on Twitter pointed this out that I did not notice. You had the Lucha Bros and you had the Young Bucks in the main event on the 100th episode of Dynamite 3 years, or 3 years after All In. 3 years after All In. And if you remember the main event of All In, it was the Young Bucks. And if you remember the main event of All In had the Young Bucks and the Lucha Bros in it. So I thought that was very cool. I did not realize that at all till then, so I thought that was cool. I thought the finishing segment was really good. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a strong angle. To end the show. And I like the fact that they went off the air with the beatdown still happening. They went off the air and Kenny Omega was about to cut a promo. So I like the fact that they did that. It just makes everything seem a little bit more chaotic. But I thought the finishing segment was really, really good.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up the AEW Dynamite review here on the channel. I want to thank each and every one of you who tuned into tonight's review. Be sure to subscribe to the Big Fight Field channel. Gotta get some subs up from losing them last week. So we got to rebound from that. We got the all-out preview predictions tomorrow with Indigo, Chia, and Gamers Goon. I get done work at 3 o'clock tomorrow, so it should be up around 6 o'clock I'm shooting for tomorrow night. So be sure to check that out. And then Friday, we got myself and Wesley Williams reviewing Rampage. Cameron Johnson will not be on the You're not going to be able to make Rampage, right?
Yep, no Rampage for you from you.
So it's going to be me and Wesley on Friday. So be sure to subscribe to that. Comment down below your thoughts about tonight's episode of AEW Dynamite. Hit the like button if you like what you heard from me in tonight's. If you like what you heard from me, Wesley, and Cameron in tonight's review. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Colin_Joseph. Cam, where can they follow you on your socials?
Follow me on Twitter at Cam71101. Follow me on Twitter at Cam71101. That is where you can follow me on Twitter. Also, make sure you subscribe to the CNA podcast available on our platforms. A lot of fun stuff going on there. Since you are a game review, a lot of fun stuff going on there. And since you talked about how game reviews is going to be on your predictions channel, most of the time, every week, you can find game reviews if you want to hear some more about them. You can find them on the CNE podcast. Discussing the latest news and rumors going on in the world of wrestling. So if that interests you, make sure you subscribe to the CNE podcast on all platforms and follow me on Twitter at Cam71101.
Wesley, where can they follow you?
Oh, you already know, big_West18. That is BIG_WES18. Follow me on Twitter. I talk about, of course, AEW Dynamite on Wednesdays. And, of course, I'm on here to talk AEW Dynamite. And then this Friday, and every Friday, I talk about AEW Rampage on Twitter and right here on Big Five Field. Cam, you will be dearly missed this Friday for the Rampage review. We will miss you. But, hey, it was a pleasure having you on tonight for the Dynamite review, the three-man booth, talking about AEW Dynamite, the final episode of AEW Dynamite before we get to All Out this Sunday. And let me go ahead and send a special shout out to my boys Gamers Goon and Indigo Uchiha. It's going to be a great preview and predictions, I bet, when that video pops up on the feed tomorrow, man. So I want to get a special shout out to those guys. Those are my dudes right there. Huge shout outs to them. So I wanted to just give that over to them. But yeah, folks, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. Comment down below what was your favorite part about the 100th episode of AEW Dynamite tonight as we had our final build going into All Out this Sunday. And make sure, of course, you subscribe. You got to get that subscriber count up again, man. I mean, Joseph was done dirty. You got to get that subscriber count up again, man. YouTube, yeah, I mean, I don't know if it was bots, whatever it was, man. Joseph was done dirty. He needs those subscribers back. So, folks, subscribe. come support me, come support Joseph, come support Cameron, however you can, whether it's Twitter, right here on Big Fat Phil. You already know the drill. Support us however you can. And we will be right here to talk about the best pro wrestling company in the freaking world, All Elite Wrestling, whether it's Dynamite, Rampage. We got All Out this freaking Sunday, and I'm pumped, man. I'm freaking pumped.
That's right, man. Ladies and gentlemen, have a good night. Stay safe. And as always, stay classy.